I am just doing a little touch up of my regular routine when I am going out. I am not a makeup guru. I do a little bit of concealer, foundation. I used to do blush and all of that stuff, but when my face started breaking out, I just kind of just touch up a lot of my spots that are more so red, just from adult acne. And I'll just keep it moving. Now, if I really, really, really want to go all the way, then I may do some more items. And so right there was just my concealer. You're not doing a full coverage, you're just more so kind of touching up, some of those spots that may stand out, whether it's red or the acne. And so that's what I did. I like to use a brush for my foundation and just kind of blend that in a little bit. Go around. And you can see that's how it looks with the foundation. That's without, just the concealer only. And that's with the full coverage. And so and that's pretty much it. I like to blend also my neck area so it won't look too different. That's it. I like to keep my mauve the natural color. I may just type slightly cover it, blend it, but that's it. I do want my mole to stand out. I know a lot of women that have moles and they do cover their moles, but mine is more of a larger size, so I do like to keep mine visible. And I haven't had a chance to get my brows done, so this is how my brows actually look before they get threaded or waxed, and I can still make it work. Okay. Let's try to line it up and see where we're at. I'm missing, you know, a lot of hair particles in the front, and I do use an oil, hair growth oil, to try to get them even in. Sometimes, depending on my threader, they may cut a little bit much off, so that can be a little bit annoying. I have a blender type of eyebrow pencil, so I like to kind of go over it slightly first just to get a feel of what I need to do and how I want to shape it. Because my eyebrows are a little bit thicker, I may have to shape it a little bit wider than I normally would want to. Okay, so we go ahead and I kind of just start slightly going in. And everyone have their own brow suggestions that they use. This one is more of the wider, as you can see. It's more of a wider slanted, so I like that because that helps me shape it. It's similar when painting. Different brushes do different techniques. I've tried them all, from just the regular pencils, very, very thin ones. So you can see that it's already kind of creating a form. I want to be as natural as possible. I don't want to overdo it. Again, because it is wider, due to not being threaded, it's going to be a little bit more than I anticipate. So trust the process. Trust the process. Okay, I want to get the shape of my, this is probably the challenging part because I want to get it, again, to look as natural as possible, but sometimes I go off on a deep end, and you know, trying to align the two through the years, thankfully I've mastered to keep them as even as possible, but sometimes I still slip up when maybe this one may be a little bit longer than the other one. Okay, so I say that that looks pretty decent from what I'm going for. Maybe just a little bit more of a blend. Okay, not too bad. And let's see this side. This is a little bit more. Again, just trying to, that was my son sneezing. Get it as even as possible. Now, sometimes I may do my brows before I do my face foundation. And then again, sometimes I do it afterwards. You know, it just depends on the length of time for me. So as you can see, this one has, I feel, in the front, you know, it's missing more hair follicles. So trying to get that to be in alignment can be a little bit more challenging, and so because of that I may have to go back to the other side to pull a little bit of this one out. Okay, let's get that side going. Again, this is me trying my best to make it work with the undue threading. Needs to be threaded. So how do you do your brows when they need to be maybe touched up? This is how I do mine. Okay. And what's important to me is always the arch. Okay. So now the next thing that I want to do is let's brush that in a little bit, blend it in my hair. Okay. Blend it in with the blender at the end of the eyebrow pencil, just slightly. I like my hair, as you can see, to stick out, and I want it to look more like a touch-up with the tinted. I want my hair to definitely show more than the eyebrow pencil color. Next part, what I like to do is to get it more neater. So I do that by using my concealer and kind of go around the way that I want it to be. And we're just basically going around the brow, shaping it more. Okay. Again, real simple touch up. Real simple process for me when I am not able to get my brows done right away and I have to go somewhere and I don't want it to go wherever I'm going looking all like a wild woman. Okay. And so some of it looks uneven, but we're gonna fix that. Again, I'm taking a look to see if things look aligned with both of the brows. Just checking. And it may not be perfect, but I want to get it close to decent as possible. And what the concealer does to the hairs that are possibly, you know, would have been plucked, it kind of covers it a little bit. Okay, so I like to put just a little bit of extra right there. For my brush. And I just had my brush. There we go. Okay, this is where the artsy really come in at. The artsy in me comes in at, because painting and coloring and doing art for many of years, I've learned a way to kind of do art on my face. When you think about it, makeup is art when you don't overdo it. Now, I love seeing videos when people do the I think that looks pretty good. That looks good. Okay. When they do the videos of people that are in movies, you know, and they're creating them to look like something completely different, that is so dope. Those are art gurus, makeup gurus. Okay. And so I just kept this here just in case I want to use some. This one. So I feel like that is pretty much how that ends, like that. And so finish that off. That was my youngest, per usual, wanting to know what's going on with my life. Okay, so I just had that blend in. And so I like to kind of just go over it one more time. Make sure my hairs are looking good. Maybe I think that looks pretty good for someone who have not had it waxed or threaded. Okay, so I think that looks pretty good. I'm gonna give it a 9. A 9. Yes, I am pleased. I feel like it is even when I look at the sides and the levels. They look even. The middle, sometimes, always, can be a little bit more challenging for these to be in the same alignment when it comes to the curves and the sides, but I will say I am pleased. So I am not, again, a makeup guru, but it's just something quick and easy for me if I want to make a quick run, you know, and I haven't had a chance to get them threaded or waxed. This is my process. So thanks for watching. Again, I just use a regular concealer. I hope you can see it, but nothing fancy. Whatever works for you works for you. And I do use the Studio Mac fix. So I've been using that for many of years. That's one of the foundations that does not break me out, and pretty much good to go. So I may be doing more videos, who knows, but just wanted to show you guys my process of doing homemade eyebrows. And yeah, I think they're decent. So you guys have a good one. Thanks for watching.